Hello again, lovely people. Today I am sharing a video on a Penang Nyonya style chicken curry. Growing up with a grandpa who loved his curries exposed us very early to its preparation and love of this dish. My grandmother's version though involved lots of spices. I remember helping her crack open nutmegs, candle nuts, and also toasting freshly grated coconut, and then pounding it into a paste to thicken the curry gravy with. Today though, my version is simpler as I followed this recipe ever since I bought this cookbook in 2004. So this is how I prepare my Nyonya chicken curry. Even though there are less ingredients used, it is just as flavorful. And I often use this version as it is quicker to prepare. Now you can see here the ingredients that I'm using for this curry. Chicken cut up into medium pieces, there's dried chilies, there's also fennel seeds, cumin seeds, and coriander seeds. And all these spices I have lightly toasted in a pan. And here I have 2 big red onions, some garlic, some toasted shrimp paste, fresh turmeric, a stick of cinnamon, some cloves, and 1 star anise. And that's all the spices we're going to use for this dish today. In addition, of course, we need some salt and some coconut milk. I'm also using some young turmeric leaves and pandan leaves to give a nice fragrance to the curry. And here I also have 3 medium potatoes, and I always love having potatoes in my curry. I'm now going to grind the spices that I had toasted lightly into a fine powder, like this. I'm also chopping up the onions, the garlic, the turmeric, the shrimp paste, the dried chilies that I have cleaned and soaked in hot water also go in there, blended into a fine paste, and I'm mixing it with all the dried ingredients that I had ground finely earlier on. The potatoes I'm cutting into cubes. And now with some oil on medium heat, I'm putting in the whole spices, the pandan leaves, and all the blended spices and ground spices that I had mixed earlier on. And I'm going to gently fry this up for a few minutes over medium heat. I'm adding in extra turmeric powder here because I have used less chilies and I would like my curry to have a nice color to it. I can already smell all that fragrance of the spices coming through. Just give it a gentle stir every now and then so that nothing sticks to the bottom of the pan. At this juncture, the salt goes in. You can see at this stage, the spices are getting nice and cooked. When you can see a layer of oil coming up onto the surface, giving this another stir or 2 before I add in the chicken pieces. Now the chicken pieces go in, and we will coat it with all the cooked spices in the pan, and I'm going to cover this for about 10 minutes. The lighter coconut milk goes in and so does the potatoes, and I'm going to let this simmer again, covered for about another 10 minutes or so. I'm now going to open the lid and test for the doneness of the potato. It is almost cooked, but not quite, so I'm going to let it simmer for a bit. And I'm going to add in the thick coconut milk, the turmeric leaves, and I'm going to taste whether there's enough salt in there. Leave it to simmer gently to make sure that the coconut milk does not separate. I will stir it from time to time until the gravy reaches a desired thick consistency. I think this will be done soon, as I feel that the gravy has thickened enough. I'm turning off the flame and I will put the lid on and let it sit for the flavors to develop for about half an hour before serving. I'm now dishing up the Penang Nyonya chicken curry so we can have it for our lunch. It does look totally appealing, doesn't it? And the umami flavors are spot on with that little bit of shrimp paste in it. This is how I serve ours for lunch, with some salted duck eggs, brinjal chutney and papaya pickles on the side. I hope you will try this out. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope to see you again soon.